Today I'm going to go over what is the plan for the JaYoe World Tour and give you some updates a lot of people have been wondering about. I'm looking for a place where I can sit down and then you and I are going to have a little chat. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, my whole purpose in starting this vlog beyond climbing Mount Everest was to cycle around the world from China all the way to Los Angeles. The plan stopped 2 times. The first time I got hit by a truck, and the second time I tore my meniscus. I'll tell the story about the second time because nobody has really heard that story. That was when me and my friend Ryan kind of took the trip together. My knee ended up killing that. So I'm about to start on my 3rd try, 3 times a charm, and I have decided to do this beginning period a little bit special. I haven't really told anybody, so now is my time to kind of come clean and shed light on some of the suspicions that you guys might have had regarding my world tour. First, yes, it's still going. I still intend to go. That hasn't changed. 2, ride kit. If you guys want to see my last ride kit, fully loaded, and my whole ride, I'll link to it in one of these corners. I always forget which one pops up the whatever. Anyways, you'll see it popping up. Check it out. You'll see the heaviest ride I've ever put together. If you compare that ride setup to what I intend to ride and what I'm going to ride when I set off the 3rd time, you'll see some big differences. First, no trailer. I spent a lot of money on that trailer. It had suspension, electricity, it was lockable, watertight, it was perfect. But due to the physical limitations of my knee, I'm going to have to let it go and try and go very light. For those of you that have always kind of counseled me and sort of chastised me for taking too much weight because it's going to make you slower, that's not the issue. I don't mind going slow. The whole point is that I'm casually riding through the world and taking videos along the way. My knee, the literal physical limitation of that much weight on my body when I'm riding up those hills was what ended up killing me. So I'm getting rid of that huge trailer in the back. With the loss of the trailer, it means I have to rethink my load. So I am consolidating things. One of the things I'm consolidating is the camera. I'm using a G7X right now. I think tomorrow I might pick up a Canon EOS M6, which might be my ride camera. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit than this, but it's a lot more functional, and I can put an external microphone on it. I had a Phantom 3 Professional and a box that fit behind my rear seat. That was heavy and bulky. That's gone. Instead, what I'm taking now is something that literally fits in my side bag. You guys have seen it if you've seen my videos, the Mavic Pro drone. So that's really going to change some things on how lighter my kit is. Beyond that, the trike is the same as before. I have the Schlumpf front drive. I have the internal hub back there, the roll-off. Kit basically is the same. I'm going to take 2 panniers in the back and 2 side bags alongside my chair so I can easy access my drone and my camera and things. I had talked about electricity and adding an electric functionality to the trike and making it an e-trike. How do you charge a battery when you're riding in places that might not have easy access to electricity is one thing. What if you run out of electricity and then you end up having to drag the whole system along with your existing kit? And how do you retrofit this trike with a system that has the functionality I need? I tried to get a company to help me with it. They said they couldn't after they told me they kind of could. I'm not faulting them. They investigated it and found it out that my rear 20-inch tire would not support the electric system that they had envisioned for me. I don't have enough time. In the future, I'm thinking that if there's a trike company out there that would like to give me a high quality trike that I could take around the world, that has a system built on it to maximize electrical power and give me like 200 miles per battery cycle with the weight I'm carrying, and allow me to take some weight off my knees on a pedal tech compensating system, I would be very interested in talking to you. So beyond that, I'm sticking with the HP Velotechnik trike. I asked HP for some help with electricity and some things, and they haven't gotten back to me. I don't know, that's a separate story. And the next question, I think we're 3 or 4 here, I don't know, I'm not gonna count anymore, is what is gonna be my path and how am I gonna start? Well, this has been a long time coming, and the original plan is in black on my map, JaYoe.com/map. You can go take a look. It's a really cool map. If you go there, you can see, starting from Ningbo, there's black lines and darker dots, I think they're gray dots, that are coming out of Ningbo to the north. This is how I'm going to start. I think that I'm going to get a ride with my whole kit to Shanghai and actually start from Shanghai, start riding. From Shanghai, I'm going to go north to a port city called Lianyungang, where there's a ferry that goes from Lianyungang, China to Seoul, Korea. And that's when I'll finally get outside of China and start this intercontinental tour. I'm gonna cycle through Korea, ending in Busan, where there's a ferry that'll take me all the way to Osaka in Japan. But I wanna cycle Japan in one go. I don't wanna go up to the top and then down cycling. I think it'll take too much time. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna cycle across the country to a port called Maizuru. In Maizuru, I'll be able to take a ferry that'll take me all the way up to Sapporo, and from Sapporo, I'll go all the way to the northern tip of Japan, and then start cycling all the way down. I'll just cycle all the way from the top of Hokkaido all the way to the southern tip of Japan. When I get to the southern tip of Japan, I'll take a ferry. They have a ferry that goes all the way to Okinawa. On Okinawa, it's a small island. I'll cycle around it. Shouldn't take more than a day. When I get to Okinawa, it'll be my mission to try to find a way to get me and my trike all the way to Taiwan. That's gonna be difficult, and I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do it. There used to be a ferry that linked the two, which is why I originally thought that path was a cool way to go. But I've heard that that is no longer there. If you guys know anyway, let me know. I don't want to fly. I'd much rather find a way over the ocean to get there, but it's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out. Maybe I can hitch a ride on a fishing trawler and have some amazing experience that way. When I'm in Taiwan, I'll cycle around Taiwan and then bounce back to China via Xiamen. So timing of this whole first phase, I'm calling these 3 countries here the first phase. Leaving China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan. I want to be back in China around the first week in July, because July 14th is Eva, my daughter's first birthday. And I had thought a lot about this, about how to integrate my family life and this world tour. And there's certain things that I want my daughter to be able to come to see me while I'm on the road, but there's a couple of occasions where I definitely have to be there and be home. And we're taking advantage of the fact that I'll be coming back to China, because throughout the rest of this journey, as I continue on down the road, I'm probably not ever going to cross into China again unless I do when I come back through Thailand, but I'm not betting on it. And in doing so, it gives me a chance. It gives me a chance to do a few things. First, it gives me a chance to evaluate my ride kit. At that point, I would have traveled through 3 countries, a bunch of different terrains, and I can kind of say to myself, can I continue human-powered? Do I need to really switch to electric? How is everything going with what I've decided to pack? Do I need to get rid of anything? Do I need to add anything? All of these questions can be answered. 2, I can celebrate my daughter's first birthday in America. Me and Annie had talked about it, and her birthday was in China, but I really like her first-year birthday to be with my family in America. And we might pick up, me, Eva, and Annie, and fly to the United States for a couple of months. Annie could see some things in America, possibly examine moving there, and I would get to spend, you know, some more time with my daughter before I set off on the longer version of this tour. When all of that is finished, I plan to return to my trike, which will be probably in storage in Xiamen, or possibly I bring it back to Ningbo, but I will restart from Xiamen and head on those existing black points on my map. By the time I would return, it would be September or October. The weather would be starting to cool down, which would mean my progression into Southeast Asia would be a little bit nicer, and I think that would be a good pausing point to re-examine the whole thing and then plan better for the continuation of the tour. Also at that point, I think I would have racked up a bunch of really cool videos. Maybe I have some edit time, maybe I can resell those videos and try to reimagine JaYoe World Tour going forward. A lot of you have been asking how my knees are. I've recently taken a couple of 65 kilometer, 60 kilometer, 55 kilometer rides, and with every ride I feel some strength building up in my knees. I think that things are going well. I also think that I'm thinking too much about my knees, and every time I hit the road I am like, is that bad? Is that bad? Is that feeling okay? And then I stop at the house and I feel my knees. I really have to think and put mind over matter to a certain extent. I know that you can't fix your body with your mind in all ways, but I also think that I'm blowing things out and I'm overanalyzing things. I tend to do that. So I feel like my knees are in a good way. If I go really light, I get rid of the rear trailer and I really try to take it easy in the beginning period of the ride, I think I should be okay. I'm planning on only putting like 50 kilometers on the ticker every day when I get started, and I think that is something that is a reasonable goal to hit, which won't put too much pressure on my body, and then increase that over time. Obviously that doesn't take into account hilly terrain and different things, in which case I'll adjust accordingly. Oh, the big news. So when am I leaving? I told everybody that I'm leaving in April. I want to stick to that announcement. I was thinking mid-April, but Annie has to go to the Canton Fair, and she needs a little bit more help from me one more time before I go. The Canton Fair is 25th, 26th, or 24th, 25th, something in that realm, where she's going to go to Guangzhou, and she's going to need some help with Eva before she hires some extra help to take care of Eva while I'm gone. And so I told her that I will leave on the 30th of April. So that's the date, guys. 30th of April. I will be heading off on the first phase of the restart of the third time of the tour. So put that on your calendars. April 30th, I'm going to restart. How about the videos, you might ask? What are you going to be doing with those? Now, I really have enjoyed trying to push a video out every single day via these JaYoe vlogs, and I will continue the vlogging format on the road. I don't think that I'll be able to continue doing daily while I'm riding. Doesn't seem like it's going to be feasible. Instead, I'll probably put 2 or 3 videos out every week. I'm planning to go from a lot of different places to a lot of different places. I'm thinking about going to hostels. I'm thinking about going to people that know me through my videos. I'm thinking about doing couch surfing, possibly hitting some small hotels. Very similar to the way I did the JaYoe World Tour before with the travelogues, but this time I think I have a little bit more notoriety on YouTube, and I'm going to try to leverage that and find interesting people that I can meet along the way. I'm also going to be doing tenting. Obviously, when I'm tenting, I can't upload videos, and South Korea in particular is very friendly to people that are cycling through their country, especially if they abide by the bike paths. You can camp out alongside any bike path in South Korea from what I've heard. That being said, I'm also going to be doing a couple of other video projects while I'm on the road. One of them is the Vlogger One-on-One series, which talks about people that are producing videos for YouTube in different parts of the world. I had already started the series with a couple of people here in China, and I want to expand the series as I travel. If you are a vlogger in the world along my path, please contact me. I'd like to interview people with 1,000 or plus subscribers. If you've produced 1 or 2 videos, I appreciate it. The hard work is amazing, but I want this series to be people that are really serious about putting videos on YouTube. If you are that person, contact me. Possibly I can ride past you on my tour, do a little video, see a little bit of your life, as well as doing a Vlogger One-on-One, and then continue on my way. This is one of the ways that I want to travel around the world. There's a couple of other ways too. So 1, I want to visit vloggers. 2, you all know that I love fish tanks and reef tanks. I would love to see other people with awesome reef tanks or awesome like reef related stuff. If you are that type of person in South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, please contact me. Maybe we can take a tour out and see your local fish shop or see how you've set up your reef tank. You know, I would love to see that. And in return, you provide me with a couch and possibly some high-speed internet. Good deal. On top of that, if you like the vlogs, if you're a big fan, if you'd like to accept me into your house, if you can feed me a burger, possibly a beer, do so. Contact me, and hopefully it's along my route and I can make it a little bit more jagged and ride out to see you, spend a day, and continue on. If you have an interesting story to tell, if you have an interesting place you know of, if you have anything that would illuminate the JaYoe vlogs and give it a little bit of flavor for this place or this person or that person, I want you to let me know, because the JaYoe World Tour isn't an isolated thing. I'm not here to hide from the world. I'm out there to see it, to expose you guys to it along the way, and just broaden my horizons. So if you can help me to broaden my horizons, and you can in turn help others broaden their horizons, then that is what I'm looking for, and I would love for you to contact me, check out the JaYoe World Tour map, and help me to add more dots along that line. But Matt, how are you going to afford it, you might ask? I have put aside some money to help me along the way. I have a business here in China. The business is dwindling. Things have not been going great, but I have put aside some money that can get me by. Most of the money I saved over the last number of years went to Mount Everest last year. A lot of money. And although you guys might think I'm rich and wealthy, I am successful. I am happy. And I have earned enough money so that I can do this, but by no means can do this forever the way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna set up a Patreon page. Basically it's sort of like a Kickstarter for people, artists and travelers and people that produce a product that people enjoy. And if you enjoy that product, I would ask that you donate a small amount. It's $1, $5 a month. It's all what you want to give. And I'm not telling you guys you have to. I'm saying that if you enjoy my videos and you find a place for the things that I have provided through those videos, whether it's just a happy face or a good feeling or the thought of travel or any of that stuff, I would appreciate if you go to my Patreon page, which isn't set up yet. It will be. When it is, I'll put a link here somewhere, and maybe give me a little something. It would help me to sustain my travels, and it would also help me to sustain the equipment that I use and keep me going. So I know it's weird to ask. It's weird for me to ask you guys for anything, but a few of you have actually asked me for ways that you could help the tour, and this is one of them. Merchandise. I had shirts made. This is one of them. You've seen me wearing them. I had a bunch of styles made, and the factory told me that they were gonna make 2,000 of these shirts in different sizes and stuff, and I have been working with them for years, and it fell through. I don't know what happened. It made me really angry that I have shown these shirts. I have these are the only ones I've seen. These are the samples. I designed everything. I designed the logos and the tags and the packaging and everything, and I intended to use them in order to raise money for the tour, but the product never arrived. And I finally just said, screw it. And so I don't have any merchandise. I would hope to, down the road, have some JaYoe labeled merchandise with, like, this stuff is really good. It was like that Nike sweat wicking material. So anyways, I don't have merchandise, if that's another question people have been asking. The hat I wear is only one. The shirts I wear are only one, so sorry. Otherwise, as far as money goes, I am always looking for somebody that is in line with what I'm doing for sponsorship, but you have to be agreeing to the fact that I'm not going to change the way I make videos or the way that I travel. I've always prided myself on funding myself the way that I want to travel, and if you let a sponsor in, sometimes they can dictate control. Hey, I'm giving you this money, or hey, I'm giving you this product, and you have to do this and this and this. And I'm flexible certain ways, but I'm rigid in other ways. And I've always been worried about that. That's why I've tried to self-fund myself and worked very hard on my business to try to put money away so that I could do this thing. So if you are out there and let's say you make merchandise for trikes or make merchandise for cycling, or you simply want to share my story, I would love to talk to you. Please contact me, JaYoe.com. One of the examples is this. This is my pants, you can see. These pants are made for people that ride recumbent trikes, and they make a whole bunch of stuff. And I'll put their information in here. It's called Bend It Cycling. And they have been really cool, and they're gonna send me a bunch of shorts, a bunch of shirts, and a bunch of stuff that are gonna help me ride around the world, and that is an awesome thing. Another, this seat cover right here. This was made by a guy on my Facebook. He lives in Pakistan, has a company that makes these seat covers, and he made me one in my JaYoe yellow and black with the JaYoe embroidered here. Don, you rock, man. You're awesome. I'll leave a link to his Facebook as well under this video. There's a guy named Pat at T-Cycle who hooked me up with a bunch of rigging on the trike. There's a guy that builds schlumpf drives in Europe that has provided me with the front schlumpf drive for my front gearing. So these type of things are awesome. Ideally, it would be nice to find somebody that might be able to provide me with some monetary help. So if any of you know that, or if any of you would be willing to help me on my Patreon page, that would be great. No pressure, those guys. I love to put these videos out, and my intention is to try to make money from a few places, YouTube, Patreon, and maybe merchandise down the road. And I just figured I'd let you know, because I know a lot of you guys have been wondering that as well. As far as the situation with me and my family and my daughter, I'm gonna get into that on another episode. That is its own topic, and it is very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering. I think I've illuminated a little bit here on the regards of the tour and regards of how I'm gonna make money and where I'm gonna go and how I'm gonna go there, and I think that's good enough to start. So that has given you a little insight into the future of the JaYoe World Tour. I'm going to get started April 30th, and I'm headed to the first 3 countries outside of China. So I look forward to riding with all of you. I've been blessed to share my experiences with you, and this time since Everest, since I've been in China, since I've been living, and you've been seeing Eva grow up and all my family and me traveling some of these unique places, this has all been lead up. This has all been foundation, teaching me how to edit a little bit faster, teaching me how to do these daily vlogs, teaching me how to live with video, and I think I'm at a point right now to where when I hit the road, things are gonna be epic. It'll be a whole different situation than when I did it last time. Although I love the documentary format with regards to the JaYoe travelogues, I think that this vlog format is a little bit easier to sustain, and it might allow you guys to see more of my life as I travel. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I left all the links for the videos I referenced here in the description down below. Give me any comments, suggestions. If you are along my route, especially in these first 3 countries, I want you to contact me, especially if you have something to offer with regards to reef tanks, or if you're a video guy. If you know video guys in those areas, if you're watching in Korea or Japan or Taiwan and you know some good vloggers, I want to send the word out to them, because I want to really grow this series. And that's about it. Again, I appreciate everything. Love you guys. You're awesome. You rock. And JaYoe. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, share this with everybody. I think this is a good vlog for people to kind of bring everybody up to speed on all the questions they've had with regards to my tour, and where it's going to progress from there. I got an awesome drone. I've been practicing a lot. I think my on-camera presence is a lot better, and I know how to capture moments a lot better than I used to. Every day I'm trying to improve, and I'm loving it that you guys are here with me, and I'm loving it that I have a lot of subscribers, and I can't wait to grow it even more. Really exciting. JaYoe, take it easy. Bye.